Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, we have that great fight coming up real soon with Nonito Donaire and the Nayoa the Monster Inoue. It's going to be a great fight. People really should be excited for this fight because, you know, these are two of boxing's true warriors, and the first fight was 2019 Ring Magazine Fight of the Year. Who knows who will get in the rematch? I don't really expect the rematch to be as great as the first fight, but you just never know in the sport of boxing. But I wanted to kind of make this video just to vent about something because I genuinely feel like the Monster's career hasn't really gone the way it's supposed to go since the first Donaire fight. Because since that fight, he's fought Jason Maloney, Michael Dasmarinas, and RN, the last guy he fought, whose name I can't even pronounce. It's been a crazy post-Donaire career for him because, you know, Maloney, it started off good. Maloney, good, solid contender, all right? Good, solid contender. Knocked him out in 7. Dasmarinas, overmatched, knocked him out in 3. And then the guy he fought last, the fight wasn't even televised by Top Rank here in the States. So basically, unless you're a hardcore boxing nerd such as myself and people that watch this channel, you probably really didn't even see that fight or hear much about it. So he's been under-promoted. He's been undermatched, you know, as far as like the opponents he's had in front of him. And because of these factors, although they be out of his control, he's been under-promoted, undermatched, and now I think ultimately the Monster, when we talk about the overall landscape of boxing, when we talk about who the best fighters in the world are, he's also become a little undervalued because, man, when he beat Donaire in that fight, it was very easy to make debates about him being the best fighter in the world. I was even saying at that point, you know, I think he is the best fighter in the world, right? But then the momentum kind of stopped once he signed with Top Rank, you know what I'm saying? So this fight, the way I see it for the Monster, it has to be a fight where he reminds the world of how great he is. Now, if he goes in there and he knocks out Donaire in the same fashion that he's knocked out like Dasmarinas in 3 rounds or something like that, then people are gonna have, you know, they're not gonna. There's gonna be a big majority of people that say, well, he beat an old man, but that's not fair to Donaire because Donaire, all he's done since fighting the Monster is beat young top guys. Like he beat Nordine Ubali, who was WBC champion, undefeated, Olympian, dangerous, hard-punching southpaw, stopped his ass in, like, was it 4 rounds or something like that. Fought Raymar Caballo, another top, young, strong contender. You could probably say maybe he was a little bit too inexperienced with Donaire, but the reality is he was still a young top contender at that time. And guys who are the age of a Donaire, who have had the wars and the amount of fights that he's had, you know, you just can't discredit wins like that. You can't discredit him having a tough, grueling fight against the Monster Inoue, right? And then coming back the next 2 fights, and neither of his opponents see the 5th round. I want y'all to think about that. He fought the Monster, you know, took him to some deep, dark, uncomfortable places he's never gone to. And following that war with the Monster, he fought 2 undefeated guys. You know, Ubali and Gabaya were a combined, what is that, 41-0. They were a combined 41-0. One in Ubali was an undefeated champion, and neither one of those undefeated opponents saw the 5th round. So all Donaire has done since fight the Monster is just show that extra bit of quality, time in and time out again. So if the Monster goes in there and he stops him again, well, not again because he didn't stop him the first time, but if he stops Donaire, which by the way, of his 6 pro losses, Donaire's only been stopped once, and you'd have to go all the way back. What is it, like 8 years ago, back to when the Axeman, Nicholas Walters, stopped him. But that was more so due to the fact that Walters was just a naturally bigger guy who could make 126 and impose the size on Donaire, you know. This, to me, would be actually a lot more impressive than Walters because this is Inoue, a smaller man, fighting a guy who's naturally bigger than him, stopping him. So this, I think for as bad as things have gone for the Monster as far as like becoming an undervalued fighter, in some cases an overlooked fighter, when we talk about who the best fighters in the world are, I think this also has a chance to be a great thing because it's allowed Donaire to show how great he still is against other opposition. And if he's able to go in there and show that quality that we all know he has, we could finally start those talks again. Is the Monster the best fighter in the world? Because I think he deserves to be in that discussion. I already have him in that discussion, but I'm just saying, like, I think if he goes in there and he stops him, not only does it reignite those talks, but then now you're talking about potentially, what I would view it as the second prime of his career, because I feel like because of COVID and Top Rank not really promoting him properly, but like, that kind of slowed a lot of momentum down. Now, I didn't realize this, guys. I didn't realize this. In my mind, I still thought Inoue was like 26, 27. He's 29 years old. This is not, his age. I mean, I know that's not old, but I remember when he was like 24 or 25 a couple years ago. Now he's 29 years old. So he's now he's not an extremely young fighter. This is a young veteran of the sport. This is a guy that scaled, 3 weight classes. If he beats Donaire, which he should, we're looking at the Monster maybe potentially even going up to fight 122. Maybe the Stephen Fulton or Mirja Akhmadaliev, or if Danny Roman beats Fulton, maybe Danny Roman. He's looking at maybe going up that high to 122 and trying to establish his own greatness there. Daring to be great, as they say. So I really feel like the next 3 to 5 years of his career, from age 29 to age 34, I'm viewing this as like the second prime of the Monster. The second prime. He had his first prime when we found out who he was, and he was breaking all these records, and he showed you he could knock guys out going forward. He showed you he could knock out guys going backwards. He showed you that power jab. He showed you a lot of different things in that first prime. Then he got some momentum, stymied a little bit. Now, because I'm picking him to stop Donaire. Now, this is the second prime of the Monster, and I'm looking for big things from him. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of spitball on that, because I really do feel like when we talk about who the best boxers of today are, the hardcores they know that the Monster is up there in that top 5 pound for pound. But even some of the hardcores, they don't even have a top 5 pound for pound anymore. And that goes back to, again, momentum. When you don't have it, it shows. And people, out of sight, out of mind. There's so many boxers. There's fights every week. If you're not a fighter that talks a lot or stays relevant in the social media, you need to be fighting as much as possible so that you can stay relevant to the people that watch the sport week in and week out. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Monster. One of my favorite fighters. A guy that I've watched and made videos about and covered for years on this channel, and I'll continue to cover for as long as he boxes, because he's a great fighter. He's must-see TV, and he's one of the best and most complete fighters in this whole damn sport. So, you guys, let me know what you think. What do you think about what I said about the Monster? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know all that in the comments down below. Smash that subscribe button and that like button. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers, so y'all can help me get there quicker if you do that. And that'd be great, because this channel is a real boxing channel. It's the home of boxing. We've covered, apart from the channels like, like the ones that go to the fights every week, like Fight Hype and Fight Hub and them guys. I don't think there's a channel that's covered more different fighters than True School Sports. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys take care. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.